One of the late Stephen Hawking's last theories was that black holes might lead to alternate universes. After Wednesday night, Roman Abramovich might fund a Chelsea space program to find one in which Lionel Messi does not exist. Hawking's death may have dominated the front pages on Thursday, but it was Messi who was king of the back. The Barcelona man was the difference between an impressive Chelsea side and a place in the Champions League quarter-finals. This was a performance that gives further credence to the idea that Messi, as lauded as Cristiano Ronaldo may be, is the finest player on the planet. It was, in fact, the type of display that marks him out as a generational player, and arguably the greatest of all time. From the off he was sensational. The problem with Messi, as Chelsea found out, is it is impossible to know where and when the danger will come. He is the ultimate floater. Man-marking him is a waste of a player, because he can be so quiet for the majority of a 90-minute game. Then, suddenly, over the course of 5 seconds, he can turn an encounter on its head. In the first 2 minutes there was little to suggest the impact he would soon make. There was a touch on the edge of the box. The diminutive Argentinian was mainly in the wide areas. And then the moment came. He picked the ball up on the right and fed it into Ousmane Dembélé. Messi was immediately off the mark, making a brilliant run on the outside of the Chelsea defense on the assumption that Dembélé would play a 1-2 with him. That did not come off, but the ball ricocheted to Suarez, who knew to feed Messi in. Even then it seemed an impossible angle for Messi to score from, especially on his weaker right foot. The impossible becomes improbable where Messi is concerned, though, and a nutmeg later he had scored. How could Chelsea have stopped him for the first? In reality, they could not. His movement was too good. The passing play was too good. And the shot, while benefiting from a slightly questionable attempt to save it from Thibaut Courtois, was essentially inch-perfect. Barcelona's second also owed everything to Messi, but in a completely different sense. This is what people picture when they imagine the 30-year-old at his absolute best. It involved the sort of jinking run that leaves excellent defenders on the floor, pining after Messi and the ball like a forlorn wartime lover left on a station platform as the train pulls away. The move stemmed from a Chelsea mistake, in the same butterfly effect sense that Messi's display was caused by the invention of football. Cesc Fabregas flapped in midfield, passing the ball towards Andreas Christiansen. Messi clocked that the ball was took short and charged towards it. Even so, it was tough to see Christiansen not reaching it first. That was the case until Messi got a toe to it and managed to completely take the Dane out of the game. He leapt over Christiansen as he fell to the floor. Again, though, Cesar Azpilicueta looked the favorite to reach the resultant knock forward. Not when Messi is charging. He took another brilliant touch to play it around Azpilicueta, dribbled to the edge of the box and then paused for just a moment. That was enough for Dembélé, undoubtedly on the periphery of his vision, to get to the edge of the area. And Messi's perfectly weighted ball, which managed to completely take 4 Chelsea defenders out of the game, teed him up for the first goal of his Barcelona career. The last goal speaks again for Messi's ability to turn it on in seconds. Again, a loose pass in midfield fell to a Barcelona man, but Messi was on the extremes of the game, well away from where any danger may bubble up. His run soon changed that. Unmarked, he makes a move behind Luis Suarez, who knows his teammate will be on the way. The Uruguayan then feeds Messi, who has 4 Chelsea defenders ahead of him. The reality is that he should not then be able to score himself. Individual brilliance or not, very few players on the planet would be able to do it all themselves from that position. Messi is one of the few. He made every member of the Chelsea backline look foolish, going around the outside of them before striking it low and beyond Courtois. The movement was brilliant. The dribbling was even better. And the finish was clinical. The entire performance just spoke for the stillness and speed at which Messi operates. He can go from innocent amble to red alert danger in half a second. It's why words struggle to sum up what he does. For much of a match, it is very little. But all you can remember are the times when he does it all. Compared to the rest of football, he is an alien. Even if Chelsea do launch that space program, and end up exploring the universe, they will struggle to find anyone better.